Ghana president-elect is from Nigeria. Wow, really? Okay, guys, calm down, calm down. I know a lot of you, if you had seen this part of this man's story, you wouldn't have voted him because I know how some Ghanaians take things. I don't know if Ghanaians are so vindictive like South Africans. I don't know, but thank God this particular clip is coming out after the election. So now, Mr. John, who is the president-elect, had explained that when there was a coup in Ghana, he had to come to offer in it's a Yoruba speaking place or city. He had to come to offer where he had to stay with his stepmother. His stepmother is a Nigerian, so he stayed with his stepmother and grew for many years. And when he became an adult, they gave him a chieftaincy title. So that makes him a Nigerian guy. Because once you hold a chieftaincy title in any country, you have become a citizen, especially in Nigeria. Because we Nigerians are very hospitable people, we are very welcoming. So Ghana, you see, your president-elect rather, is our brother. Our brother. How do you supposed to call it? Brother is our brother. So we can come to Ghana if we wish. And I know some of you will be crying, we should not come. We will come. You don't have a choice. But guys, let's see what some people had to say. Let's even hold on and finish this story. Then we'll hear what some people had to say. By the way, Offa is in Kwara State. And that was where the president-elect of Ghana grew up. That's where he grew up with his stepmother. Okay, so his dad left on exile in Nigeria. Like he left Ghana to come on exile here in Nigeria, and that was how he started living with his stepmother. He practically grew up in Kwara State. It should show you how Nigerians are. Nobody ever came and said, go to your country, we don't want you here. He stayed here and grew here. He said he considers Offa in Kwara State as his hometown here in Nigeria. Yes, that's what he said. He said that was what Kayode was trying to explain. Yeah. He was confounded with a chieftaincy title called the Arofashe of Offa Kingdom. I hope I pronounced that well. The king of that community gave him that title. Yes. Wow. John Mahama is already having the Nigerian spirit. This man is just his way of election, the way he governed the people the last time, the way people wanted him back. It shows that he did a good job. So why were they thinking that if they just, as in the outgone president or the one that will soon be going, how were they thinking Nana was going to do something for them? Make it make sense? So having lived in Nigeria and studied how to be kind to people, how to do things the right way, he's going to give Ghanaians the best governance this time. Because right now, it's been 8 years. I think Nana was there for 8 years, right? And he has been 8 years out of office. So things have evolved, things have changed. He's going to make Ghana a beautiful place. He's going to make Ghana to stand out, not to be online trolls. Do you understand? It's going to really make Ghana to live up to its full potentials, not the other way around. So, my Ghanaians, brothers and sisters, you are welcome. Your president is partly a Nigerian. Yes, by upbringing, he's a Nigerian. And I hope he does well. He needs to put the Nigerian flag on the map. He needs to ensure that he needs to make Nigerians proud by making Ghana a very beautiful, comfortable place, not a place that is looking beggarly, not people who are on social media exchanging banters. They cannot be inheriting other people's fight because they are now under a man that knows his onions. By the grace of God, we pray that God will help Mr. John Mahama to do the right thing and be the right person he has always been. Let him not change, but let him become better. Because for people to want him back, it shows that he has shown some level of, greatness and sportsmanship and doing the right thing. I watched an interview where he talked about gold mining in his country. He mentioned some other countries that mine gold, but he felt that the one in his country is not done legally. Like, people are supposed to get certification, or rather clearance, to be able to do it the right way. And he feels that that's why this whole thing is becoming the way it is. If you listen to the man's interviews, if you listen to the way he speaks, he has some form of respect for people, and he has his tease. The man speaks like a Nigerian. If you listen to Mr. John Mahama speak, he speaks like a Nigerian. You will hardly tell that he's a Ghanaian. So I haven't seen this, different story about him being brought up in Nigeria. He said it with his mouth, and somebody was trying to say the story for him, but when he got up to the podium, he said it with his mouth. And it goes to show you that if Nigeria wasn't a good country, he would not be bold to say that he grew up in Nigeria. If Nigeria was a country they are trying to pull down, like a country that is out there for the wrong reasons, if Nigerians was that bad, I tell you for free, this man will not be bold to say he grew up in Nigeria with a stepmother. His stepmother, meaning that she was also basically maybe a Nigerian, because he didn't tell us if the stepmother was Nigerian, but he said he grew up with his stepmother in Nigeria. So let us assume his stepmother is Nigerian, and he was able to. And do you know that the father went on exile? You know what an exile is? Like, you have been excommunicated from your country, and they are looking for you, and then they just decide that, okay, they don't want to lock you up, but they excommunicate you. They sent you on exile. He came here for safety, and Nigerians covered his father, and protected him until when everything was sorted. That's how the Nigerians are. Nigerians are super power people. I don't know how the word to use. People will say, oh, it's because I love my country, that's why I'm saying that. No. Nigerians are great people. Nigerians are loving. Nigerians are kind. Nigerians are just very hospitable. Back in the days, because of the hospitality we give people in Nigeria and visitors, when people wanted to leave their countries, like they wanted to run from something from their own country, they came to Nigeria. They ran to Nigeria. And somebody will say, oh, there was a time Nigerians sent Ghanaians away, but not every Ghanaian who left. Not all. Some were still here. In fact, some have nationalized here. They are here. And it's only when they are filling a form that you see them write they are Ghana. And we don't see them as extra. We don't see them as strangers. We welcome them. So until you guys, like, I saw an interview of a South African man, something, his name is so difficult to pronounce, but he's a life coach and other things he does. He talked about the drive he sees in Nigerians, that when he visited Nigeria and other countries, that he doesn't see that drive in South Africa, that the South Africans are waiting for the government to save them. This is something I've always mentioned in my videos. They're waiting for the government to save them, but Nigerians are waking up to do the work themselves. They do not wait for government to save them. They wake up to do the job themselves. So by the time he said this, I shook my head. I'm like, yes, this is the Nigeria we have always. Because in Nigeria, we are not asking the government to give us money to become wealthy. No. We are only telling the government to put the right principles out there, the right policies, just so that the economy will boom and we will all make our money. We don't wait for government handouts. No. We don't want them to hand us anything, because we'll still have the poor amongst us. But if the government can bring out, put things down, we are going to definitely, drive the economy to the point where we will employ labor. A lot of people will become the labor force and all of that. And the truth is that if Nigeria can get it right with its leadership, in fact, the whole of Africa, our main issues is leaders. And that's because the Western one knows that once we get it right with leadership, the Western people will not come here to take any of our natural resources again. And that is why they are very happy that we are always at loggerheads. They are so happy because they know that when we continue like that, nothing will ever work out straight with us. But if we come together and live in peace, we are going to stop them. And we'll bring accountable leaders. The accountable leaders are going to stop them. They will not allow them to come in here and take our gold, and take our bronze, and take our oil, and take our natural resources. They will not allow them. But you see, go to Niger, go to Burkina Faso, go to Mali, go to other places and see how they are saying no to the Western world. But what do we get? Until our governments stand up to say enough is enough.